All right, folks, we're back with the MERACH Recumbent bike. I have to tell you before I get on it, just go a quick overview, performance review. Assembles pretty easily. It's very sturdy, even on the cushiony mats. You see in the shake because we have a lot of cushion here. It feels like the angle feels just like the professional ones at the physical therapy. So I would say this is just like, there's no difference. There is an app. Once you start pedaling, the screen comes on. The app connected 1, 2, 3 as soon as I started pedaling. It has the sensors here for that measure pulse. It has the, I'm sorry, maybe getting my call I have to ignore. It has the adjustment, the seat adjustment, as you see. So I can go all the way up and all the way back. I had to push it all the way back. Slides pretty nicely, locks where you want. So I like these for resting when I'm really pushing. The toe straps, I have to go to the furthest distance from my foot to fit in. I don't have a large foot, so I think that these may be a problem for someone with a bigger foot, right? They may either have to take it off or buy a strap with these slots that's longer. It should have been a longer strap, so I'll say that as a ding. My shoe is a 9.5 wide, but if you got a guy out here with a 10, halfway 11 wide, he's got a problem. And I don't work out barefoot, and these are sketches. These are actually what I do physical therapy in. Solid. The bar just moves a little bit, but it has a screw. I can tighten it. It has a water bottle. The thing about the water bottle holder, two things. Negatives again, sorry. It's way from here, right? So it's okay for holding the bottle, but if you're exercising and you want to drink something like you do on a bike or anything else, you can't. You've got to lean forward. Second thing I don't like is the tension adjustment is here. All the other machines, it's usually here, because I tend to do like this, and my other machines at the physical therapy place, I tend to ramp up as I'm going. You can here, but I don't think this is a good position. I do have it on the, I believe that's the maximum, which is 8, and it's nice and stiff. I get good resistance. I don't think I would run it at 8. I'd probably run it at, for my knee, probably at 5. Yeah, 5 feels better. I also like the fact that if I bring the seat all the way forward, like at PT, I found that this distance may be even a better challenge for me, because you can see me say, this is the repaired knee. And the whole challenge is to be able to turn it over on a rotation as tight as possible, because you're always trying to stretch this in, right? And the one at the physical therapist, I haven't had this issue. I can go right up to the bar and do it. So this may be slightly closer, and that's a good thing for me. I'm gonna put it back a little bit because I'm not warmed up, and I'm just showing you through the routine. I already can go this close because it's loosening up. Next thing I would love if this, when you pedal and you turn it on, it is backlit. It's not backlit, and there's no light on it. So I have good light in here, I can see it. But I think a light would have been a nice thing. The fact that it does pulse, time, odometer, you can set the modes, you can choose what you want, you can choose the day of, with the app you can choose the day of the week, and with the app, which is really nice, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'll show you real quick. But you will see it in the review, so you gotta click on the link in the description below to catch up with the review. I did have other equipment on my phone before. I have hundreds of apps on my phone, but I did have other MERACH equipment, so I do have other MERACH equipment. So on this screen, you might not be able to see it, but they're on exercise cycles. There's Great Lakes, there's Explorer, there's kayak experience. So I guess with the Great Lakes riding, you would have a challenge, and you would do the distance, but you would be doing the distance, in this case, on a recumbent bike. It's all about interactivity, so you enjoy the session, right? This is a perfect replacement for me not being able to go to physical therapy until my next surgery, because without this constant movement 3, 4, 5 times a week, this knee stiffens up and it goes backward in progression. Seat feels nice. Bike is stable. You can't tilt this bike. Seat feels nice. Maybe a little bit more cushion. I don't have much of a butt. Back feels firm. I was saying a little bit more cushion before, but no, I don't think so. You want a firm back. I like the fact that there's a knob on the back here, so you can raise the seat. That's the highest right there. I will probably have it at the highest because that feels comfortable for me. Handles are good, sturdy. I like the fact you can turn it down and fold it down. I'm not going to do that. This is the gym. It's going to stay this way. So now I have a solution to my physical therapy. And the MERACH, I forgot the model number, but you'll see it in the review. But either way, assembly was easy. Setup is great. You have these arm extent if you ever want to do this exercise. Not that I can't do it, because there's nothing wrong with my arms. But I really want the recumbent bike for the bicycling bit, for the knee extension, for the physical therapy. I have weights, I have a weight bench, I have a lot of other things I use for arms, right? So, feels good. I've had the equipment before. It's always been good quality. Oh, one last thing. When I was assembling this, you might have seen that the cables that attach this display to the bike came attached with a rubber band. And I connected this display and I left the rubber band. There are 4 screws that go behind here to tighten this up. I only used 3. There is a logic behind that. I have moved, for instance, before now, my gym was in my basement before I built this gym. And for other reasons, I've had to move exercise equipment. One of the things about shipping or moving exercise equipment is I take off the display because I don't want it to be broken. And if I found before, I made the mistake once of taking off the rubber bands that it came with, because that's a normal practice when there's a tube that they put a rubber band. And what do you think happened? The 2 cables fell down into the tube. It was an absolute nightmare getting them back out. This way, there's no screw in there, the rubber band's there. Even if it breaks or gets old over time, when I first take this off, all right, it's there, and if in case it slips out of my hand, which is what happened before. Because when you take this off, you have the cables, one hand, the other hand. I popped the cable and it slipped out of my hand, went right down the tube. It won't happen now. Other than that, we're good to go. If you guys are considering recumbent exercise bike, I would recommend this on the first try. And by the time I review this for the next 30 days and then let you guys know the final review, I think that's going to remain the same because I know this brand and I know their quality.